Okay, basically let's talk about my first experience at the Navy recruiting center. I went in, I wasn't expecting to actually join that day. I went in July 2nd of 2012. I went in, I was really just going in with a friend to support her because I knew I was going in, but I was going in next year. So I went in, I was asking questions, she was asking questions, we ended up signing papers, then I ended up taking my pre-test. It seemed really cool, like everything was cool, it was smooth. I didn't feel like, oh my goodness, what am I getting myself into? Really, because I already knew that I was going to the Navy. I've been planning to go to the Navy for like the past 3 years, so it was just a matter of when I was going. So I knew I was going to start the process in July, but I actually started it a little bit earlier. So I went in, I talked to the recruiter, he answered some questions, like I was asking about like tattoos and hair and stuff like that. When I get more information, I'm going to actually inform you, you know, like what to wear to MEPS or boot camp and what to pack and all that kind of stuff. I mean, each list might be different, but for the most part, they're mostly the same. The most thing I'm really like, what I'm really worried about is what I'm going to do with my hair, because I'm natural, like 100% natural. Like right now my hair is in a sew-in, but I was saying you can't have sew-ins at basic training or boot camp, and then I was saying you can, so I'm not really sure. That's going to be a question I'm going to have to ask my recruiter like in depth. But I went in and I really had a good time, and I just left knowing that this is what I wanted to do for a fact, and I started the process. So that's all I have to say. Everything was good. My advice for you guys is, you know, when you go in, have questions. You want to know what you're getting yourself into. You just don't want to go in because your friend's going in. You want to have some kind of idea of where you want to go, and like if the Navy can help you get there. Basically, that's how I see it. That's why I know the Navy is good for me. I have looked at other branches in the military, but I'm just comfortable with the Navy. Like, people talk about like, oh my goodness, you have to swim, and I hate water. I hate water too. I hate to swim. Like, I am kind of sort of afraid of drowning, only because of when I was little. But the recruiter told me that you only have to swim one time, and that's in basic training, boot camp. That's the only time, and you don't have to get back in the water unless that's what your job expects you to do. Like, but this is my first video, which was the recruiter. I'm gonna have more videos during this whole enlisting process. I almost forgot about what I'm doing to study for the ASVAB. I have this book. This book is really good. It gets down to the nitty-gritty of the ASVAB. I would advise you to get books on the ASVAB if you're not really sure where you'll stand on it. Me, I did well. My math sucks. I'm hearing that there's going to be some like technology and like mechanical sections. I'm not going to do that well on some of them. Let's talk about like an iPod or basically how to navigate tumblers, like something simple like that, you know. I also have this one. I am in love with this book. This book right here is basically concentrating on the math and reading part. My whole issue with the ASVAB mostly is the math part, because I hate math. That's why. And this one is the passkey to the ASVAB. I got 3 books because, you know, the more knowledge, the better I know I'm going to do on the test. So I'm signing off to you future Navy ambition people. This is the sticker that I'm obsessed with because I love the Navy. I'm not even in the Navy yet, but I've been talking as though I am in the Navy because I love it so much. But I don't want to talk your head off, and that's all. Bye.